Storytelling with Sergeant Smith of the China Grove Police Department. This is TX Sheepdog 72 reporting. I'm going to start off with his record that I obtained from the Texas Commission on Law Enforcement, and it's a personal status report. It is a official public record of Sergeant Smith's police record as far as his training and education and service history. This is public information. He is a public official, and I've obtained this and disseminating it to my viewers for educational purposes. Now we'll go through his service real quick, and I'm going to go through each page, and so you can pause on it and read it for yourself. But this first page here, service history, we see he started at Kendall County in 1999. He's currently with China Grove. Started in 2015. He's been there for 3 years and 7 months. And at the very bottom here, August 14th, that's the date of this printout. So 3 years and 7 months as of this date here. Something interesting to point out, Travis County Sheriff's Office, he was there from 2001, October 8th, to March 1st, 2007. Now the reason there's two dates here is because these are two different licenses, peace officer and jailer. The main thing to focus is that he was there from 2000 to 2007 as a jailer. He obtained a peace officer license in 2002. And why the end date was 4 months prior to this end date, I don't know. I'm sure there's something going on there, and the investigation is still ongoing to find that out. Why he did 3 months only with BK Police Department. There's a lot of service history here. And some of these, 3 months, you just did 3 months there. With Kendall County, you did, I don't know, up here, Von Ormy, you were there, for 9 months or 5 months or whatever? Yeah, so 6 months with Kendall County as a temporary jailer. Was there something questionable about why you left here or why you were there for such a little amount of time? Generally, if you go and apply at an employer and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 employers, they in private sector, that's known as an unstable work history, and it's counted against you. But apparently when you're a cop, you can just jump all over the place. But anyway, the investigation is still going on, and who knows what I'm going to uncover. Let's go down to the other pages. So this is page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Down here at the bottom, it says 1,540 hours. Here's the thing about that number. I was a cop myself, and there are online courses you can take to get your training that you need every year. And if you look somewhere on here, there's a POSIT. Here it is, child abuse course 3224, POSEIT. That's the online training, TCLOS online training, 8 hours. Anybody could log in and bust that course out in like 30 minutes, but you get 8 hours of credit. So if you're doing it online, it's just a really, really big sham. One of our local precincts here got caught up in a big old mess about that. I think it was precinct 2, the ones that arrested Mexican Padilla for fair to ID. We all remember that video. They got caught up in some training stuff, and believe me, that's just a whole other can of worms that one of these auditors, maybe myself, is going to open one day. But anyway, back to Sergeant Smith. Go through his training. You can see all the different things that he's had. And here goes the video. Enjoy. Storytelling with Sergeant Smith from the China Grove Police Department.
before you walked over here, man, that lady almost run up my backside. I was like, hey. She's like, oh, I thought it was this side of the street. I said, oh, like all those trucks and that big pile of fucking asphalt. You gonna go around that? Job security, sir. What's your name, sir?
Jack.
Clayton Smith. Nice to meet you, man.
I got a family member here in the hospital. My wife's visiting.
Oh, man.
I saw that and I'm like, that's a good video.
Well, the good thing is if they do hit me, I don't have that far to go. I know how to handle that guy. I've run into him. I wasn't in uniform.
Southside or Padilla?
The Bernie Slacker, and I've never come across a Mexican Padilla.
Southside Slacker, that's what he calls himself.
Is that what he calls?
He did the Bernie open carry.
Yeah, he was up there one time, and my wife was a little disturbed. I said, "That guy's an idiot." And he said, "What'd you say?" I said, "You're an idiot." And he went to put his camera up, and I slapped his phone out of his hand. And he goes, "You kidding?" I said, "I just did." I said, "Guys like you make other people hate cops."
Was that in China Grove or?
No, it was in Bernie, right there by the Walmart.
Yeah.
I didn't make you. I don't know if I made YouTube, but
a year ago.
Yeah.
You didn't make YouTube.
I said, you make guys like me want to beat your ass. I said, the problem with these Bernie cops, they're mostly inexperienced. I said, there's a thing called POP. I said, I'm a police officer. I lifted up my shirt and showed my badge and my gun. I said, I carry everywhere. I said, I'm all for open carry. It's the dumbasses like you who fuck it up for everybody. I kind of got a little bit in his face. My wife was in my truck. I said, see, you're scaring my wife. I said, there's a thing in the law called a breach of the peace, and what you're doing is called a breach of the peace. These cops out here aren't smart enough to realize that. I said, but I'll arrest you, myself personally. I don't care. Because my chief is an old retired high lieutenant from DPS, and he'll back me up. Jim Kohler, he's a friend of mine. He's the chief of police in Bernie. I said, he'll back me up.
I've never been out to Bernie.
I said, these guys here are kind of timid. I said, I've been doing this for, at the time, 24 years. I said, I'm not out here to give you a hard time. I said, I will stand beside you and give you your right to open carry, but when you're stupid about it and you want to intimidate people and scare people, that's when I step in. Yeah. I said, if a law ever comes down and so I need to come out and confiscate your guns, I'm not going to do it. Cost me my badge, whatever, I don't give a shit. I said, but guys like you are idiots. Not you, I'm just saying, I'm talking about him.
She's sitting there contemplating it.
Yeah.
She's looking up there, looking there, looking.
You know, and then he walked off. Hey! People think I'm mean because I yell to get their attention.
Well, yeah, it's just dangerous, man. You can get killed like that.
I was hit 2 months ago over on 1604 in Military under the bridge. This lady was eating a freaking bagel, man, just chomping down on it. At first she went the wrong way. I said, just turn around and go back. And something made me turn around just in time, and she knocked me like from here to my truck. Get 5 feet through the air. And I got that replacement bumper.
Develop a sixth sense out here, probably.
I mean, I just missed that bumper. I tucked and rolled, man. I did a somersault and I got up. And I was like, got my brain locked over. I said, I don't like to do stuff because I'm pissed, because I could have arrested her and ruined her life. I'm not going to ruin somebody's life over them being stupid. I mean, because that's just not right.
That's obvious. I mean, you're just like, turn around, go leave.
You know, so I said, just get the fuck out of here. And she started running her mouth. And I punched her and I said, get the fuck out of here before I arrest you. I said, you hit a police officer. You know what that is? That's called an attempted capital murder, young lady. And she's sitting there just...
running her mouth.
I said, you're the reason people think ignorance and stupidity and low education go hand in hand. And she just kind of like, I said, get out of here. You know, I mean, she hurt me pretty good, man. I mean, I got to go to the VA again and get shots in my shoulders because she really jacked me the fuck up. I'm already at 90% disabled from the VA for my shoulders, elbows, and neck, and my back, and my neck, 2 shoulders, elbows, back, and my ankle. And I have to wait So it happened in March. I won't get my shots until Thursday. So, I mean, I just suck it up and drive on. It's just, you know, how it is. But I tried to talk to her. I said, just get out of here before I really get pissed. And then she went and found the TxDOT guy.
don't have no damn sense.
She complained to the TxDOT guy. He said that I was mean to her. I said, and he brought her back over there. I guess she thought she was gonna be vindicated because I yelled at her. And he said, did she hit you? I said, yeah, she did. And there was 2 little imprints of my hands on her fender. And he looked at her car, looked at me. I said, no, he goes, you want me to call ambulance or OCPW? I said, no, man, I'm not gonna screw her life up for her being stupid. And she was like, and he told her, he goes, ma'am, if I were you, I'd just leave. Don't come back, go to work wherever you go, and just get the hell out of here, man. Some cops.
It's a law violation, man, just from the get-go.
Yeah. You know, I mean, let's just forget the part where she completely went around the barricade.
Disregarded, yeah.
And just, I mean, it was clearly marked like this. There was cones. I mean, even a blind person could have followed.
Sure.
It's like, dude.
But it's confusing. Well, that's because you're driving too damn fast. If you were driving slow enough, like you're supposed to, you'd be able to catch everything, and it wouldn't be so confusing.
I mean, there were 3 officers in the intersection with me.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, I know what to say. I know what I can get away with. I can honestly say I've never abused my power, ever. Because I know that it was my family member with a police officer.
Yeah.
I don't want him to be abused, but I also tell my family members, hey, when a police officer, if he feels he has to put his hands on you, do what you're told, because
Don't argue with him, because he might know something you don't know. Or he might believe something that you don't even see going on. It may be a misbelief because somebody told him some shit. But don't fight with him, man.
I mean, nobody ever wants to ever hurt anybody. I know I don't. Because people look at me, they see my truck, and they see me, and the first reaction is, I'm just a big redneck. Which I'm cool with that. I don't care.
I got that show.
You know, and I kind of wear it like a badge of honor, especially with Hispanics, because they think I don't speak Spanish. My wife.
But they don't know your story.
Yeah, you know, my wife's Hispanic. One of my best friends, my lifelong friend, is Hispanic. Other lifelong friends as black as my boots. You know, so I kind of like dig that, like, hey,
Smoke?
no, I didn't think that. I did. I said, my circle of friends, very few of them are white, actually. And it's like, I grew up in Hawaii. Talk about my story. I grew up in Hawaii where I knew how it felt for people to hate you for your skin color. I grew up in Hawaii from 75 to 80. Actually, late 75 to 80.
Sure, you were the minority.
Yeah, and they fucking hate you, dude. They don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic. If you're not of Polynesian descent,
I vacation there.
yeah, they hate you. I went to school there, dude. You know, from all the way to middle school to my summer of my 8th grade, between my 8th grade and freshman year in high school, I went there. So I learned how to fight.
Sure.
I got picked, and you talking about Polynesian kids. In the 8th grade, they were kids as big as my dad. I mean, they were fucking giants, man.
Samoans, right?
Yeah, Samoans, and I mean, they're just fucking big. And I was a small little white kid, dude. And you talk about just big fucking monsters playing basketball and football with these guys, and they just fucking turn them. I never forget, we were playing football one day, and even in pads, they just beat my ass just because. And
yeah.
And I remember just this one kid named Wade Yamamoto. He was half Polynesian, half Japanese, and they hated him just because he wasn't purebred. And that kind of enlightened me, like, holy shit, this kid terrorized me for an entire year and a half, named Thomas Fong. He was purebred Polynesian. His parents, we called the cops on him, and the police even told me, I'll never forget these police, Honolulu PD, told me, said, there's 5 cops that covered 200,000, not 200,000, 20,000 people. He goes, you're gonna have to learn how to fight, kid. I was like, and I'm at 13 years old. I was a small little chubby kid, man. I mean, literally, I was like 5'10", which sounds kind of big, but when you got guys
compared to them,
guys who were in 8th grade who were 6'2", 200+ pounds, man. So I learned how to fight. I learned Ray Yamamoto's dad was his black belt, and I forget, Tang Sudo. So he taught me how to fight. And I learned that pain only hurts for a little bit. So I learned that. And then when we moved, I lived in California, which part of California I lived in Leon Valley, Spring Valley, California. I was a minority. And I learned how to fight there too because, again, I don't know what those fucking kids in California, but they're monsters, dude. I played football well enough to make JV because they had a freshman football and then they had JV and they had varsity.
Yeah.
Well, they made me practice with the varsity kids because I started getting a little bit bigger, so I was hitting the weights. That's one coach, his name is Coach Purcell. I'll never forget this guy as long as I live. He taught me to work out. He taught me to work out and taught me to...
Almost.
I was waiting. He taught me to work out, and I went to a boxing class. This little tiny Japanese guy who he looked like Bruce Lee. This is after Bruce Lee had died. And he said, look, like, you're going to have a rough time in life. You're starting to get big. People are going to challenge you, especially in California. Being a military kid, you move around a lot. You got to compete with these kids you're growing up together. And he was right. This guy named Jeff Hunt, he was a prick. He fucked with me and fucked with me and fucked with me. And I made fun of the biggest guy in school named Jeff Nye. Big corn-fed white dude, man. And he was kind of a prick too, but since I would never back down, I was scared as fuck, dude. I wouldn't back down. I got tired of after a while, you know, my entire life up to that point at 14. So we just moved there. So I was like 14 years old. We moved from Hawaii to California. My dad went on a Westpac, so he wasn't there. Jeff and I told me to learn how to fight. And my mom's best friend at the time, her boyfriend, living boyfriend, played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, named Franklin Williams III. He played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He played in the playoffs against Dallas. He was one of the guys because he got wheeled off the field on a stretcher, and in his NFL career, broke his ribs, punctured sac around his heart. And another guy taught me, you can't let people pick on you.
Nope.
So he taught me, and then when I finally joined the military after high school, I grew, I worked out. Named Gunny Sergeant Quick, former Marine. At the time, in my opinion, was the only true living, breathing heroes in the military. He was a survivor of the Hanoi Hilton. Bad little son of a bitch, man. I mean, he was short, 5'5", maybe 160 pounds, soaking wet, but a badass. Because by that time, I'd taken Tang Sudo for a couple of years, played football, became fearless, worked on the flight deck of the USS Kitty Hawk, made a world cruise. The flight deck is the most dangerous job in the world. Competitions like last man standing. I never won, but I was always in the top three to five guys, left standing. Because you fight one guy after another. I was in the top 5 every time. I was always asked, how do you, and I said, just don't give up, I just get tired. Long story short, I become a police officer. Same thing, man. I just don't, the reason why I became a police officer is just to protect those who couldn't stand up for themselves. One thing I can't stand up bullies. There's a bully, his name was Mike Shaw. Never forget that piece of shit. I worked for one year. I worked for Austin PD. He's a drug dealer. He said he cut hair. Never seen a fool cut hair once in my life. Some crackhead bit his nose off. And
Karma.
we were at Maynard and Rogge, which is one of the patrol districts I did, and I was being shadowed at the time. took a call. Mike Shaw, this other carload of small little Mexican dudes. And I get there and they're fighting. Hey, back up, man, back up. Back up.
What's the chances of that? That one car,
right? And it wouldn't go back.
Half ton?
No, it's just, I guess when the reverse is gone, it just won't go back. I said, put it in neutral.
You're half a ton up a hill. I'm surprised you moved it.
And long story short, man, he gets in my face. You can see his nose where it was stitched back on. I said, dude, you want to back up, but it's not going to end well for you. And he does this. I just popped him right here like that, right across his nose, man. He went down like a sack of potatoes, and the other four guys kind of stepped back. And I was like, look, guys, there's 4 of y'all and 1 of me. The first one that comes to me, I'm either going to shoot you or break your neck. And they told me out, and I couldn't get to my radio, so I kind of spur off. And one guy actually came at me. I mean, I was 38 years old, so I was a lot stronger and a lot bigger than I am now. I just literally picked him up and threw him over Mike's car. And they're all like, I said, look, I don't want to hurt anybody, man. Just step the fuck back. And I started squaring off. I reached for my gun and said, look, man. And then my backup shows up. And I got in trouble because they said I waited too long to react. I said, really? Did you see my dash cam? Because we had dash cams in. I said, I hit the first guy. I threw the other guy. They wanted me to draw my gun. I was like, I don't want to shoot anybody.
Trying to armchair quarterback.
So I got the job done. Because like these 3 guys were kind of doing this, and I just kept backing up because they couldn't surround me.
Right.
But I didn't want to hurt anybody because I've hurt people before in the past in the military as a master at arms and an MP in the Army. It's not fun.
One got away.